Hi everybody, this is a quick review of the Rocktronic Cheap 30 Chinese built 30 watt all tube amp, two 12x7s, two 6L6s, 12 inch speaker. I'm going to play to a backing track. We'll start off in C using an F harp, give you the high range, move to D, use a G harp, give you the low range. The only thing is, this is a minor track, not a major, so I've got to be a bit careful. If I do cock up, please excuse me. I'm sure sometime Adam Gusso, kudzu runner, will do a lesson on playing major harps on minor keys, but until that time I'll have to wing it. Anyway, here we go. We'll start off with the F harp, this track in C. Move it up to D, use the G harp. Well, that should give you some idea of what it's like. Sorry about any bum notes in there. Using a short green bullet 520DX. The first harp was a £2, £2 jambone F harp. The second harp was an old Hohner Pro harp, the old type with the reed plates nicely recessed into the body. The draw plate in this blew out God knows how long ago, and I had a jambone G, and strangely enough the reed plate from the jambone fit straight onto the special 20. That's about 22, 23 quid, and the jambone was £2. Just tune the reeds a little on the jambone and it doesn't play too bad. On the amplifier, if you want to see a bit more detail, pick this up. Hang on, I've got a power lead on it, so I've got to be a bit careful. On the top, the controls are, hang on, let's see if we can come back a bit. On the left you've got high impedance, low impedance. I'm in the high. Gain, which is on 4, boost is off, volume's on 9, treble's on 1, middle's off, bass is on 9.5, presence is off, you got standby power. The amp's a bargain, really. It's let me just move this around here. Put your back on it. The amp I bought on eBay, got it for £117. They retail at £169, and the company it came through, the only people I know who stock them are ESE, that's E Echo, S Sugar, E Echo Music in Maidstone, Kent. Good bunch of guys down there. I had a few emails going back and forwards with them before, while the bidding was going on this. Very helpful, very honest. Couldn't have asked more of them, really. And I think delivery was 12 quid and it arrived the next day. I've got no connection with the SE Music. It's just that I think if you're doing stuff on the internet and you find somebody who's upfront and helpful, well, you give them a plug. They were a good bunch of blokes down there as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I like the sound of the amp. The camera I'm using is only a cheap old Stills digital that's got a movie function on it. You're not getting the bass response that well through the mic on the camera. I think it's got quite a fat sound for harp, and I like the way if you're drawing on, I don't know, the 4, and you let the 5 start to wedge in, the 4 will start to distort and the 5 sort of gives you a nice harmonic sound. As I say, for the money, even at 169 quid, I think they're a steal. I might do a couple of mods on it. I might change one or both of the input, the preamp tubes to an AT7 or an AU7. That should let me put a bit more drive on it if I want more distortion. And also I've got an Eminence Delta speaker that will go in there, which has got a cloth edge on it, which will should give a bit of a softer response. But I quite like the way this thing barks. It's a shame I haven't got a better mic to use for this video, because it will give you more idea. A couple of the guitarists I've worked with have tried it. They reckon it most really needs a tube screamer in front of it to cut through for lead stuff, but they like the sound of it. They're quite impressed with what it is for what it costs. And one of them's a Mesa Boogie Lone Star Merchant, which is sort of 1700 quid's worth of amp, and the other one likes all his stuff done digitally through MIDI boards, and he just presses those up for his sound. But they like the sound of this amp. They thought it was a good buy. In fact, they thought it was an absolute steal for the money. But anyway, there we are. That's the Rocktronic Tube 30. Hello, Mr. JJ's just walking past the camera. Come over here, baby. I want to see your backside. And I hope that somebody will find it interesting. Incidentally, on the subject of amps for harmonica, if you look on YouTube at Harpsucker, he's got videos of about 50 or 60 amps from the 40s up to the present day. So if you're looking for a particular sound and want to know what amp it is that gives it, go over to that guy's videos on there. Quite amazing. My YouTube is an absolute mine of information. And just to finish, my thanks to Mr. Gasso. The 2-drawer bends are a courtesy of you, Adam. All the best.